Mpumalanga. Well, Police and Prisons Civil Rights Union, POPCRU, celebrated its 30th anniversary rally today. The event took place at the Curries Fountain Stadium in Durban. And for more, we're now joined from our Durban studios by POPCRU President Zizamele Cebekhulu. Thank you so much indeed for joining us, Mr. Cebekhulu, and congratulations on your 30th anniversary, a significant milestone. What does it mean for your trade union?
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, the listeners of SABC. Yes, Peter, we had a conference that started here in Durban on Monday for the past 5 days. And today we are celebrating our 30th anniversary at Curries Fountain. And we're saying, wow, POPCRU, what a milestone. And we're looking at it with all what it entails. We're starting from the day we started as an organization on the 5th November 1989 up until today. When we reflect back, we could say, wow, we have made it up to this far. It was not easy.
All right, so 30 years ago, South Africa was very different, and I wonder, over time, do you think that the union has been able to lead in the new South Africa, and what sort of challenges does the union face now that were quite different from 30 years ago?
Yes, Peter, I think we're living in changing times and changing circumstances. And I acknowledge the fact that South Africa changed. Yes, we tried to, on the way, to change a lot of things in our struggles as the workers in the South African Police Service and prisons. And what sustained us is to keep on learning and keep on making sure that we understand the environmental factors that bring changes to ourselves time and again, and how to manage ourselves in dealing with them. Amongst other things were the political change from the apartheid, when we were formed and registered, and now are quite different. From our inception, we were fighting against apartheid and conditions it presented to us as workers in the police and prisons. But after a new dispensation in 1994, we were faced by now acclimatizing on a government that we wanted to have. And it has its own dynamics. And we remained workers who keep on demanding even on the new government. And we also look at our demands differently because we're facing now a new employer. But circumstances kept to be the same as they were as we started in 1994. But gradually it changed with us as government unleashes transformation.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the various members that you represent. Let's begin with the police. I'm not sure if you've just saw the story that we played from Mpumalanga, where people are saying that the police should be more effective in fighting crime. Do you think that your members have been up to the job, and what can be done to really fight this scourge of crime?
Yes, Peter, I was looking at it now. It was the same thing that we were dealing with in our Congress, being informed by reflecting back and what is happening now. Peter, I would say you look at our resolution, amongst our resolution is that I think it's time for the police of South Africa for it to gain its effectivity, to start really stop conceptualizing the issue of community policing and start now to add content on it. And the content must tell us really that let us understand that we cannot win the fight of crime without the community. I hear the commissioner is talking about community must help us, but you must put content to that. You must put budget for community to participate. You must at least give them a particular training. Also, look at our legal framework. Yes, there are provisions that allow community members to actively participate by doing what we call in terms of Criminal Procedure Act, civilian arrest and other things. But it goes beyond that. Active participation also means be part of planning, and be part of planning in very clear perimeters, within clear perimeters of law. And I think we can do very well if we can really put the real content on the concept of community policing.
All right.
But above that, I think it's 20 years after democracy, and we have to lift up the standard of policing. And that is what we're talking about. I think it's high time that this police service cannot be led by uneducated people. Crime is scientific, and it needs creative and innovative people to come up with plans of fighting crime. But in the current situation, this department is led by people who are not fit for the purpose.
So you're not confident?
We have discussed that with the Minister of the Police.
All right, we're running out of time. We're running out of time,
yes.
So perhaps if I can move on to correctional services, because that's another area of concern. And your members,
yes,
sadly, must participate in the, when we've had these raids in the prisons, the amount of contraband that's found in there, and people say that, criminals are running things from prisons. This can't happen without the assistance of some of your members. Is that something that you've been discussing and hoping to correct?
Yes.
Mr. Cebekhulu? All right.
Yes, Peter, I'm losing you.
Oh, okay. I was just saying that correctional services, some of your members there must be aiding and assisting criminals inside the system, because often when raids are done, you find contraband, you find drugs, you find weapons, and people even running things from inside the prisons on their cell phones. Is this something that you're addressing with your members?
Yes, we are addressing those things, but also you must, beyond addressing those things, Peter, we are addressing those things when we address them, but beyond addressing those things, there are circumstances and environmental factors that made it very impossible for us to be able to deal with that inside prison. One of them is overcrowding of prisons. Prisons are overcrowded, over 200% overcrowded across the country. No new prisons have been built. And under current overcrowding, that is when you get all these social ills that you talk about. And the program of which takes aside the program of rehabilitation of the same prisoners that we want to rehabilitate. And we talk very hard to the whole membership, and we say, yes, despite the fact that conditions are of such nature, but we can't allow corruption inside prisons, as well as we can't justify that. But a lot of members of correctional service are doing their job as they're supposed to do it.
Okay.
The few are taking chances on the basis of the circumstances that present themselves to us.
All right, President Zizamele Cebekhulu, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much indeed. Once again, congratulations on reaching this milestone. 30 years ago, in 1989, POPCRU was formed, and trade union members belonging to police, traffic and correctional services. And they number around 120,000 at this time. So a significant milestone reached there by POPCRU.